Welcome to Books with Jess. I don't have it pulled up. Okay. Welcome to Books with Jess, a podcast where two readers named Jess yap about their current reads and favorite books. I'm Jess W.
And I'm Jessie.
Welcome to our episode with our most anticipated July releases.
I'm kind of excited to talk about this because the first two
I am too.
I'm really excited about.
We were supposed to talk about the Windy City series today, but I overcommitted myself before I have to leave to London next week, so I just don't have time to edit that type of episode right now. 2, Jess has chosen to read fanfic instead of the Windy City series. So she is still on book 3. She was on book 3 last time we recorded, which was like 2 weeks ago.
This was a really long fan fiction, okay? It's like 2,000 pages. Okay.
So we will do the Windy City series either end of July or beginning of August. We will let you know when that updated date will be, but it'll happen. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We just need Jess to finish it. I'm giving it to her officially as homework because she'll finish homework.
I think I am just gonna have to audio it. I think I'm just gonna have to do a little bit here and there.
The audios are good. The first audio is my least favorite. I mean, it's my least favorite of everything. The audio is, you could tell that she was indie published and she did not have a lot of money at the time when that one came out. Yep. But the rest of them are good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to do it. Perfect. So before we go into that, what are you currently reading?
I'm currently reading We'll Wind It Back, which is book 5 in the Windy City series. When I first read it, I did it in audio. I'm reading it on my Kindle this time, and it's just as fun as it was the first time. I love it. I love it. Rio is just a fun character to be in his head. And then on audio, I am listening to A Court of Frost and Starlight. I am almost done with my ACOTAR audio reread because of the Elizabeth Evans audios. I'm also still technically reading Children of the Gods on Kindle by Carissa Broadbent, but I had to take a fantasy break. My brain has been mush this month.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm in the Windy City series. I'm on book 3, so I'm reading Caught Up right now. But I'm also in my fan fiction world, and I'm reading Secrets and Masks, which is a Draco Hermione fan fiction, because that's where I'm at with my life.
She got on a fanfic rabbit hole on TikTok.
It's really bad. But I'm happy to be there. I'm not mad.
Once you start the Hermione rabbit hole, though, there's no getting out of it for like...
There's not.
Several
months. Really not. Literally. It's a black hole.
Our first 2 releases for July aren't going to help that.
I know. Listen, I'm so excited to talk about it too, because I didn't know at first that these were like to go down the black hole of books that started out on fan fiction. So I remember being on fan fiction like during the wild, wild west days of fan fiction. And this was like the true Harry Potter days of fan fiction. And before Twilight, came out, and it was the most fun. It was the most fun. And then all these books started coming out of fan fiction. So 50 Shades of Grey, for those of you who don't know, was a Twilight fan fiction. Mr. Grey was actually Edward Cullen. And it's always really funny to think about him as Edward Cullen. And then it's just funny to me. I think the funniest casting would have been if they would have ended up casting Robert Pattinson as Mr. Grey. Would have been the funniest thing in the entire world.
I've never read them or seen them. I have no desire to, but that would be funny.
It would be hysterical. So that kind of happened, and then more and more happened, and so that books like became actual books or movies based off of fan fictions from other things.
Is a Kylo Ren.
Yes, yeah, and there's another one. There's another Kylo Ren one. There's been a couple of them that are actually been really good. So the first 2 come out July 8th, and one is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. And then the other one is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. And it is by Bridget Knightley, if I could say her name.
Knightley. So
both of those are going to be Draco Malfoy inspired, which I'm absolutely here for. I'm excited.
Yes. Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy is a duology, which I appreciate. I love a good duology.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what this one is based off of, which fanfic it is.
I know Rose in Chains is based off of the auction, so I do know that. But the
Oh, I
Irresistible
have that one.
Urge.
I before that one left AO3, I did download that to my Kindle.
Okay, well, you're sending it to me because I don't have it. I did have it at one point, but I don't have it anymore, and I don't know how it had to, like, that happened.
The thing that is this has been a hot topic on Book Talk lately is that Hatchet and who Berkeley have been advertising the irresistible urge to fall for your enemy as Hermione fanfic.
Mm.
Can't do that.
No, you can't. And like, obviously, when you look at the picture, it's like the love hypothesis. When you look at that picture, that's definitely some Kylo Ren looking imagery there, and so we can appreciate it. So like in Rose and Chains on the cover, he obviously has very blonde hair, and we can appreciate the humble roots that this book is coming from in the fan fiction world. But at the same time, like, I think the authors too want to kind of take a step away from the fan fiction world and establish themselves as
Yeah.
actual authors in their own creative stories. But but there's those odes back to them, so it is kind of nice. But yeah, I don't think it should be advertised as a Hermione
I
book.
agree.
It is its own book,
Especially with
but it can
all
be
of the
rooted in.
drama.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I can't figure out what the. If anybody knows what the. Mortifying. Found it.
It's up based off of Mortifying.
Mortifying, yes.
Hmm. It's probably in my TBR somewhere.
Apparently, it will be remain on AO.
Interesting. It must be really different then.
Yeah,
So
it
I
must
don't know.
be. It's not
Interesting.
being pulled to publish. It's a new story. Oh, it's a completely new story. Okay.
Oh, so it was just the same author. She probably, and then the character looks like.
It's a fanfic, but it's not. It's not one that she's. It's one that she hadn't published yet on AO3.
Gotcha. Okay.
That makes sense.
Very
That makes
exciting.
sense. Because everything I see is just it's all the irresistible urge to fall for your enemy. So
That
that
would
makes
make
sense.
sense. So that one's its own standalone. So it's not like Rose in Chains, which that one is driving from the auction. I'm honestly
Yeah.
so excited. I've had that book pre-ordered for a hot minute. I'm so jealous of all these girls who are getting like the arcs to all these and who are like Hermione, people. And I was like, dude, I was on fanfic.net like 15 years ago reading this stuff. Someone give
See,
me an arc. I have earned it.
I read my first fanfic last year, and it was
So
Manacled.
you're new. Oh God. Listen, we'll have to. Okay.
I went deep.
That was.
I went like all in. My first one, I'm like, let's do this. How many
Do you still
thousands
have
of
it?
pages? Yeah, it's
You
on my
need to
Kindle.
send it to me because I don't think I never
I'll have to figure
finished
out if I
it.
can.
You send the
I think I
EPUB.
can. But I with Kindle's new update, I don't know
You might have to do it from
if
your
you.
phone.
Yeah, let me see if I
I
can
don't
find
know.
it.
There's somewhere to send an EPUB, but I don't know how either. I'm not that tech savvy. I'd never done it. Literally, the auction and Manacled are ones that I've never finished, and I just feel like having pain in my life.
Why didn't you finish it?
I don't remember. I think it's because I started. Well, it was a while back, and I think I went through the Throne of Glass thing instead. I don't know, dude. It's been a really long time. I don't remember.
Um,
That was a big book, though. So it's
yeah,
probably maybe
it
it
was.
didn't get updated in the times I needed it to be updated, and then I just moved
It's
on.
possible.
So, well,
I
anyways,
forgot how
enough
to.
of that.
Anyway, there are two books that I'm excited about for July 15th. The first is Made for Each Other, which is a Lynn Painter romance. She goes back and forth between an adult romance and a young adult romance. All of her romances have like top tier banter. Her young adult ones, honestly, some of my favorite romances ever. They're just so fun. And like it's that type of romance that you're just kicking your feet and giggling the entire time because the characters just have like the best chemistry. I know that you are not like a huge young adult person. I
I
think you
have
should
that
try
book
reading this
actually.
one. Read
I
it,
have,
please. It's so
yeah,
good. It's also really pretty.
yeah. I mean, I might have been a sucker and bought it for that reason.
Probably. It came out like in the fall, I think. But this signature is crazy. Look at her signature.
That would be me, literally. Okay.
It's funny.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so Made for Each Other is one of her adult romances, and it comes out on the
Mm,
15th. The next one that I'm excited for is the final book in the, what is this trilogy called? I don't remember what this is called. Five Broken Blades trilogy,
the
we're going to
Broken
call it.
Blades, yeah. Yeah, the Broken Blades.
And the Broken Blades trilogy is the third book, Three Shattered Souls. It's gonna be so pretty next to each other because they have the most beautiful edges. I'm so excited for
Ooh.
that one. I'm actually really sad too because I got an arc of the first one and the second one, and I did not get chosen for the third one. So
They said we didn't like your
that's
review.
sad.
I said no,
I was
thank
a
you.
little, I was late on my review. I didn't finish it in time.
What?
I tried, but in my defense, I got it like a week before it came out, and this thing is thick.
Yeah, they should have
And
sent
it
it
was an
sooner.
ebook arc. It wasn't an audio arc. But I literally
Oh,
finished it. So I was like probably like 40% through on the ebook and I finished it.
so
Yeah,
the
I
third
hope
one,
it becomes a TV show because that would be,
yeah,
or
that would
movie
be
or whatever.
really cool.
It'd be really cool.
Really, really cool.
So I'm excited for the third one. It is, her twists are like so good.
Are they? I'll
And
have to read them.
it's a multiple point of view with unreliable narrators, and I love an unreliable
Ooh.
narrator.
It makes it true. We are, as humans and the people we interact with, unreliable narrators. It's always like there's always two sides of a story and then the truth. So it's like
Yeah.
that's what I think makes a really good book. I think my favorite is Sarah J. Maas in Throne of Glass, that she does that a lot.
Hmm.
And so
I
I
agree.
think that's what made it so great and kept you guessing a lot of it. So
Hmm.
it was really neat. I will definitely put those on my TBR.
They're really good. And you'll be able to finish them all because they're all going to be out.
Thank God. I don't have to wait for another book. So the last one, Wrath of Dragons. So I second book. I have Fear the Flames. I have not read Fear the Flames. It is in my list. And it's actually getting up to the top now of my list. And it was one I bought impulse. Oh, you even got you get all the good stuff. Well,
I
I
begged
bought
the
it.
publisher for this.
Oh, did you?
Actually, Olivia Rose Darling told the publisher to send me one because I
That's
had
awesome.
tagged her in something and she's like, please send this girl a copy.
Well, I bought it because like I love me a green book, and then I was like dragons, and I was really on like a Fourth Wing hangover, but I was like I can't skip the line again in my TBR. So it is in my list, but I have heard nothing but good things. I mean, on
It's good.
Goodreads, it's like 4.4 stars, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it in a Fourth Wing mindset and then
Don't.
hate it. So I think it's also really good to put a lot of distance away from another dragon book
Yeah.
to read
It's
a dragon book.
definitely, it's, I don't think it's like any dragon book that I've read before. I
Oh,
mean,
it's good.
it's a romantasy, so there's definitely elements that's like, okay, it reminded me a lot of this book. It reminded me a lot of this book.
Yeah.
There's one line specifically that kind of like frustrated me because it reminded me very much of a very popular book. Um, but nobody else seemed to have a problem with it. I was the only one that I could find. So it was probably
You're
just a
all by
me thing.
yourself.
I was all by
Well,
myself in this line.
also to warn people, apparently it's book 2 out of 4 books.
Yeah.
This is not a duology. Oh no.
It's not a duology. But she, I believe, also published this indie first
Okay.
before she
So,
published
okay, that's why.
traditionally.
Good for
Yeah.
her getting picked
But
up.
look at the pretty map. It's gorgeous.
That is really pretty. I wonder what version I have. I probably have just the Barnes and Noble version, if I had to give a guess.
This is the standard.
Oh, like it
This is
didn't
just the
change whenever she
standard.
went Andy. We love that.
Oh, because this just came out last year.
Oh.
This is not the indie. This is the traditionally published. I'm pretty sure it's just like the standard version of it that
Oh,
was
gotcha.
available everywhere. But yeah, it's a Dell book, Dell Delacorte. But
Well,
yeah,
that's what I've
so
got for July. There's probably some other books, but
mhm.
those I feel like those are in our wheelhouse
Yeah,
comparatively.
yeah, those are the
So,
ones that are definitely like what we're gonna lean towards.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Definitely. There's one more book that I'm excited about that is not in my wheelhouse. Party of Liars by Kelsey Cox. I forgot
Hmm.
to put it on that document. I actually have an arc. I have a ebook and an audio arc. I really need to read it.
Mm-hmm.
I just have not had time to read anything this month. A lavish Texas-sized Sweet 16 turns deadly in this twisty, pulse-pounding new novel. So it's a fresh take on a classic locked room whodunit. I love a good murder mystery. I'm not a huge like thriller fan, but when it's like more of a murder mystery vibe, I like it. So I
Interesting.
am excited for this one. This
Hmm.
has been one of my friends has been talking about this book like nonstop the last like month and a half. So I'm excited to
Interesting.
read it.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's it. That's our last ones.
That's what I got. All right. Well,
Yeah.
if we left something off the list, tell us.
Please, we
We
want
need to
to add
know.
all the books to our TBR.
And eventually we'll get to them.
Yeah, let us know. There was a screaming child in the back of that one.
Yep. Oh, yeah. They're probably like, she has my Barbie.
So let us know what you're adding to your TBR and what we need to add to our TBR.
And
And
we'll see you in 2 weeks. Oh,
all right.
we'll see you when you get back from London.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You'll be cultured now.
I'm already cultured.
Going back to the motherland.
What do you mean? All right. Thank you for joining us. Happy reading.
Bye. It's
Yeah.
so dark in here now. I was using
So
like natural light and now all my natural light's gone. Hang on. Let me turn on a light. It's like
it is very
creepy
dark.
dark in here.
Your screen is very dark.
Okay. All right. There we go. I hadn't looked at myself in the camera in a long time because it's down in the corner and I was like, whoa, that got dark.